Hi, hey, hey. I'm not sure if you can hear my music in the background, but it is very becoming of the topic. In case you didn't know, it's kids' music. So, what we're talking about today is the narcissist is a big kid. All right, let me go ahead and stop it. I just thought I might humor you all some today and have like a little fun as we're talking about this serious topic. This month is the month of May, which is also Mental Health Awareness Month. This particular month, I decided that I wanted to just share like snippets of my relationship or of my encounter or my interaction with the narcissist and whom I had involvement with. And so, in doing this, for me, as it relates to mental health awareness, by keeping in your life experiences with the narcissist can be quite traumatic. And so, a lot of the times, you cannot talk with friends about it because if they've never been through the same thing as you, they're not really going to understand what you've been through. It's something that is so embarrassing because you really can't explain it. It looks and it feels like a relationship when you first get into it, but when you're in it, if someone has never been through it before, they're not going to understand it. You actually have to experience it, experience being in a relationship with the narcissist to be able to know that it is mentally affecting. It affects your health, it affects your socialization, it affects your job. It affects everything. It affects the people around you, right? So this is how it ties into mental awareness. I'm going to share how the narcissist is a big kid, and hopefully there's something in here that will resonate with you. And so as you learn or as you go through this and you're hearing others talk about this particular topic, hopefully you will know that you're not alone. You're not crazy. You're not by yourself. All right, so let's get into it. So the narcissist is a big kid. The narcissist whom I had dealings with was age 64. Actually, he started out at 63 when I met him, 64. So when I met him, I had no intentions on having no formal relationship with this person. Honestly speaking, I looked at him as a father figure. Now we're gonna talk about in another video how it transpired to something else, but just think of this manipulation. Okay, I came to him for one thing, but he finagled his way and it became something else. So it became more of like a counselor type deal. Okay, so basically, he was already old, and we actually met at church, and so which, yes, a lot of narcissists are in church. Not saying that in every church a narcissist is, but there are a lot of narcissists who are in church, a lot of narcissists who are pastors, a lot of narcissists who are leaders. Just in general, period, a lot of narcissists who are leaders, whether you have like a narcissistic boss, a narcissistic mom, sibling, whatever it may be, they're in a position of some type of control. Okay. And so how they develop, I really have no idea, but I've read where this particular disorder, it may have started during their childhood, where they either received too much attention and now they still want to keep that attention, or they were deprived of attention. So now, a lot of the times, they demand the attention from you and me, which was or is currently their supply. Okay, so they demand that attention. All right, so basically, the narc is a big kid. So just going by an experience. So there was an event that had occurred at the church that we attended. And once again, this man was 64 years old. Okay, he looked every bit of 64. Did not look young at all. Period. No way, shape, or form. As far as like And I'm just trying to I remember when we would be together and he would put an outfit on and he would say, "Oh, this doesn't look good. I don't feel good. I don't want to wear this." Or he would spend so much time trying to make sure he looked right on the outside. And so I remember he started wearing some skinny jeans. He was always talking about other people with skinny jeans, only to know that that's something that he wanted to do. Okay, now mind you, he used to be a really big man, a really fat man, and then he started losing weight. So when you lose weight and you're not working out, you're gonna have sag here, sag there, sag here, like all of your face, your whole body, your stomach may still be big. Okay, that's how he looked. I wish I can show you all the picture, but due to confidentiality, I don't want to do that. But just hopefully I'm describing this enough. So with all that sag, right? Having on skinny jeans. And then the shirts he would wear, they'll be so tight to where his stomach is popping out. Okay. But what I was doing was because he felt that, he was not looking good. I'm like, "Oh, ooh, baby, you look good. Oh, you look." I was like, you're really falling to play with, these other people you're around. And mind you, everybody around him was younger. Pretty much everybody at that church was younger than him. Okay. So he wanted to fit in. And honestly speaking, it was right along his lines because mentally, he has the mind of a 13-year-old, actually less than a 13-year-old. Um, Usually narcissists, they develop this particular disorder when they're younger. So when you're younger, generally, like most of us, we go through all of our stages of adolescence into, preteen, teen, adulthood. However, with the narcissists, they grow up in age, but they never grow up mentally. So they're stuck in either their adolescent stage, maybe a teenager stage, but they never grow up. Okay, so here's this particular event. Now, this was during the time that he per se calls or calling himself trying to discard me. Now, of course, narcissists, one thing they love to do is plot. They love to plot because they're so evil and cunning, just crafty. They just do everything that's outside of like, love, caring, empathy. They have no empathy. They care about nobody but themselves. Everything has to be advantageous for them. So, little did I know at this particular church. Now, mind you, before this happened, he had other supplies. I just thought that it was a real relationship with somebody. So I really never paid attention to that. I thought that he was an honest person, but only to find out that he was not after I began to learn what I was dealing with. And that was after I got out of what I was in. He was a liar from the very beginning. And so he had, I guess, met another girl there, which he already knew other females there at this particular church, met another girl. And I just became suspicious of something because he started changing his routine. And then in church one day, I saw him giving the girl the Google eyes. She's just smiling all back. And I'm looking and I'm like, oh no, no, he did not. No, he did not. This girl is young enough to be his child, actually, rather yet grandchild. So here's the thing, not to get into that part, but because I want to keep this video short, but not to get into that part. But this narcissist, there was an event going on, an outside event. There was it was a cookout. There were games, there was kickball, softball, I think, just different games, music, just fellowship, right? And so this particular man, and I found out about this. I did not attend because I had another event to attend that day, which he was supposed to be meeting up with me later, which I found out, which he told me that he was going to be late. And I found out why he was late, right? This is where my suspicions started coming into play. So basically, someone else who attended the picnic told me, they were like, oh, girl, they were like, such and such, I'll just say narc. Nard was out there acting like a big old child. And the person stated that he was out there just throwing water on everybody, just running around, just having him a good old time, throwing water on everybody, running like he was a big child. And the lady further stated that she was so embarrassed for him because he was the oldest person, mind you, 64 years old, out there running around like a child, throwing water on everybody. And he was with nothing but children. I'll say ages 20 something and down to like 7-year olds, right? So he's a person who should be a role model trying to be an example, but no, he's the worst one out there running around and got. I'm a big kid. He even told me that, I'm a big kid. And, he actually just told me what he was doing. And I'm just like, ugh. So basically, he was running around with the little girl, and the person was in awe because they said that, he kept holding on and swinging around, and the little girl would come around him and just running and just like hiding behind him, and he would tell them, "Don't, don't wet her, don't wet her. She just got her hair done." And so I'm like, okay. After this young lady told me this, I'm like, okay, that's what's going on. This man is seeing this girl. Mind you, this girl is about 40 years younger than him, right? But he sees nothing wrong with that. Now, already I'm younger than him, about maybe 20 years younger, 20 to 25, 30 years younger than him, actually. And so he see nothing wrong with that. Now, mind you, when I first met him, it was not anything. I looked at him as a father. So just imagine somebody in their 20s, his grandfather age. Totally sickening, right? Nope, not to the narcissist. Mentally, they're 13 or younger. Physically, they're old. So although their body is getting old in age, their mindset is still stuck in an adolescent state. Really, to be honest with you, as crazy and immature they are, I would say that they're even less, their mind pattern or their thought pattern, their brain is less than that of a 13-year-old. That's just how immature they are. So I just want to share that, and hopefully I was clear enough to where you see that the narcissist, their mentality, remember, they developed this when they were a child. So it's almost like their mindset, they're stuck in that childlike, like they want to remain a child even though they're older. Even though they're older, they want to keep that childlike state of mind. They want to always feel young. They want to always feel like they're living in the moment, right? And being around young people made them feel like not only in control, but it just keeps them, increasing their supply, because remember, they're not happy with themselves. Now, he may not have been happy with himself because his weight, he was so big, and then he started losing weight, and he was just like, oh, I'm not happy with my weight. And he was always looking for accolades or someone to always validate his looks or whatever. But I'm not talking about big people. That's not what we're doing here. But I'm just thinking, psychologically thinking, because of how he used, things he used to say. He would say, oh, I need to get this taken care of. I need to get my stomach taken care of. I guess being that, he landed someone his grandchild's age, that he felt now that, oh yeah, I'm in there, I can keep wearing my skinny jeans, I can keep wearing my tight shirts, knowing good and well, a 64-year-old man, granddaddy, had no reason, had no business with any of that stuff on, had no business running around with a child and dealing with and playing with children, throwing water on everybody. So hopefully, something resonated from you. But what I want you to get out of this most of all is that the narcissist, they never grow up in their mind. Mentally, they never grow up. They're still a child in their mind. However, in their body, they're older. So if there are different things that they're doing and they seem unseemly or childish, know that that's a characteristic of the narcissist, right? They want to have their toys. When they're finished with their toys, they want to throw them away and find another toy. All right. Um, I hope that this helped you out some, knowing that you're not alone. Um, Try not to figure out the narcissist, because all you're gonna do is it's just gonna mentally drain you. So just take out the time to work on your health, work on your mental state, get better. All right, until next time. Ta-ta.